And sharakaka, everybody. It's morning, and today I got something that I want to show you guys. I really dug these basses back in the day, because they were back in the day. Were they back in the day? They were back in the day. All right, so let's say I dug these basses back in the day. All right, so check this out. Commercial Powerade. The drink to keep you going. Look, I wonder why I put this kind of Powerade on the commercial. A blue one. Well, that's because this is blue. All right, so this is a shameful plug. All right, so this is a 1990. They call this a Jazz Plus. And basically, I call it a Kabiki. I have to call it Kabiki because Kabiki has a lot to do with this bass. The way it looks and the electronics in it. And you can see there's some studs in it. All right, so the person I got it from had a pick guard on it. All right, and this one has a maple neck. But it's a Jazz. Look at it. See, it's a Fender Jazz. 1990. Look at that jump. On the back, it's got the old Fender. It got the old Fender tuners. Actually, these are the new tuners. The old tuners had thick, fat elephant ears, so somebody changed those too. And it's got the massive bridge on it. Most of the time, the bridges on these has direct tuners on it. This one don't have one, and it's actually beautiful. Look at it. See a little dust on it. Let me take it off. But the color scheme is amazing. Like a dark blue upon a light blue upon a grayish kind of tint. And the maple neck, maple on maple. Anyway, enough of that. So let's see what she sounds like. All right, so basically, on this you have the volume, and then the pan, and then you have treble, and then you have bass, and then you have a four-way toggle switch. All right, it's not a toggle switch, but what are you? You just a turning knob, a four-way turning knob. Turning knob. All right, so it actually has 4 settings to it. All right, and most of the Kabikis, like the real factory Kabikis, have like 6, but the Fender Kabikis have 4. That's something easy to learn. All right, so the pickups changed too, because they came with lace sensor pickups in it. These don't have lace sensors. These have a special pickup from Japan. I could have put Bars in it. I could have put EMGs in it. I could have put anything in it. I decided to put something from Japan. And there you go. Alright, so these they're like rails. If you look at them, they're like rails. Now they don't sound too bad. Alright, I'm coming through my my new BA 112 that I did up. My 110 gave out, but my Nasty's a 112. Ampeg, yeah baby. Alright, so here we go. So let's start with the rear pickup first, and let's start at the first setting. Everything wide open as far as bass and treble. That was the front pickup. Let's stay there. See, that pickup don't sound too bad, does it? Alright, let's go to the rear pickup. Hey, I don't mean no harm pickup makers, but this jump right here, these pickups are working. With this preamp anyway. Alright, so let's go both pickups. Sounds just like a real old Jazz, doesn't it? With a little bit of steroids. Commercial break. Powerade. Alright, so let's go to the next setting. We're setting 2. That's when the active. See, the first setting is like a passive, like an active passive thing. Kind of. But this is the active mode right here. From what I can tell. Now we go to the real passive mode, where everything is very quiet because there's nothing active on the bass. And you have to turn your amp up. Alright, so let's go. Because even with this mode, this fourth mode, The bass still works. But the treble don't work. So it's definitely passive mode. So basically your bass is the thing that makes it high and bright and low and bold. High and bright, low and bold. Alright, so let's go back to the active mode. There you go. Right. And I got the amp turned real low because I don't want to blow it out. But look at it. Look how this thing is. Well, carrying stuff through the whole depot just makes things pretty. I like seeing outside. Look at that. See my canopy outside? Alright, so let's go to the other setting where it gets a little louder. Alright, so basically that's this bass. I mean, there's nothing extremely fancy about it, but the way that it looks, the size of it, as far as, you know, it's a little smaller cut and a little faster looking cut, like a Kubicki cut. And then the preamp, basically, it's I like the Kubicki preamp. It's kind of sterile on the Fender stuff for me, but I like it though. Now, if you really want a jazz sound and a little bit of heat on it, that's what I say. Go to these 90s, and I like them. And the playability, oh my goodness. The neck on this jazz is really fast. Now, can you change the preamp? Absolutely. Absolutely. But do you really want to? I mean, it's a 1990. Think about it. 1990, yeah. Some people are like, it's not enough heat, it's not enough high end, it's not enough bottom going. Hey, your amp can do everything that this bass you think this bass cannot do. And this bass actually do anything you wanted to do. You just have to sit down and actually take your time and make it work. Other than that, this is a beauty. I love the bass. I love the attitude of the bass. It has its pluses and its minuses. I said pluses and minuses. I feel like I'm going back to school. Pluses and minuses. Or pros and cons. Pro is, it's not that heavy. It's like 8.5, maybe 8.5 pounds. The neck is extremely fast and comfortable. The bridge is a little messy. Puts a little weight on it, I think. The color schemes on these basses are beautiful. The paint is really nice on them. The preamp, I think, if you take it up to 18, it might give you a little bit more juice. Other than that, nah. Is it a great bass to have? Absolutely. 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 So there you have it. From the Hobo Depot early in the morning. Shadakaka. Peace out, bass on. Always.